Nick Cage is playing Dracula.
Not great, not terrible.
I really was rooting for this film when I first heard the premise and saw the trailer. I genuinely believe that Renfield could be a fun, genre-bending film filled with originality and creativity. Nope. Everything that Renfield tries to do, What We Do in the Shadows, both the TV series and the movie do so much better. Plot summary and spoilers in 3, 2, 1. English lawyer Robert Montague Renfield travels to Transylvania to broker a deal with Count Dracula. He ends up becoming his familiar, a servant who helps his master with every need. After a battle with Van Helsing, Dracula is left weak. 90 years later, Renfield and Dracula are living in New Orleans. Renfield joins a group that helps people leave codependent relationships. He hunts down the people who hurt the members of the group and brings them to his master. He tracks one of these people down, only to get involved in a fight with an assassin who has ties to the Lobo crime syndicate. Renfield kills the assassin with the power of magical bugs that give him a portion of Dracula's power and scares the assassin's driver, causing him to drive away. The driver, Teddy Lobo, heir of the crime syndicate, runs into a sobriety checkpoint. Teddy panics as his car is full of cocaine and tries to run away on foot while throwing bricks of cocaine at the police officers. The arresting officer, Rebecca Quincy, believes that she has finally brought down Teddy, only for him to be released by the corrupt department. It is revealed that Rebecca has a sister also at the station who works for the FBI. Disgusted by the quality of food brought to him, gangsters, Dracula commands Renfield to find him pure and innocent people. Renfield heads to a restaurant where Quincy arrives, following a clue left at the crime scene. Teddy arrives trying to pressure Quincy into becoming a corrupt cop, something she will not do. A gunfight ensues between the Lobos and Quincy and Renfield, who easily kill off all the thugs. Teddy escapes. Bella Francesca, Teddy's mother, orders him to hunt down Renfield, only for his group to run into Dracula. Dracula and Teddy make an alliance. Renfield has tried to break his toxic relationship with Dracula by buying an apartment and living a happy life. Dracula finds Renfield and slaughters everyone in the support group. Quincy finds Renfield surrounded by the dead bodies. No explanation as to why she's even there on duty. She arrests him, only to be surrounded by corrupt cops and the Lobos. She causes a distraction and escapes with Renfield to his apartment. Renfield explains his origins, and the duo fight more corrupt cops and gangsters. Quincy's sister is captured by the Lobos. She and Renfield get ready to attack the syndicate. Dracula has empowered some of the Lobo members, as well as Teddy, with the same powers Renfield possesses. Renfield and Quincy kill all of the members and Teddy. Quincy's sister has been beaten to death. Dracula tries to convince Quincy to join him. She tricks him, and the duo destroy Dracula's body. They save his blood, which has the power to revive the dead and heal wounds. Bella Francesca is arrested, Quincy's sister is revived, and so are the members of the support group. The film ends with a happy Renfield, excited to start a new life. I definitely want to praise the practical effects used. It really is wonderful seeing care and detail put into a movie instead of rendering some hastily whipped up CGI. I enjoy Nicolas Cage going full Nicolas Cage. Compared to his previous roles, I can firmly say he gives a very restrained performance. He seems to be having a fun time putting his mark on the iconic character. Only he and Sheree Agdashlu, who plays the matriarch of the Lobo crime family, possess any sort of screen presence and are way too good for the film. Nicholas Hoult does pull off a decent performance as the broken Renfield, but that is all I can say. Ben Schwartz, aka Sonic the Hedgehog, is horribly miscast as Teddy Lobo. His only role in the film is to be a stupid, panicky, loudmouth, overconfident, weak, out-of-his-league idiot. And he does not even do this correctly. I just found his character annoying. Jack Horner is a more terrifying antagonist than this doorknob. Awkwafina, despite playing, I would say, a morally steadfast character who is constantly tested, really drops the ball with this role. She just does not have the charisma or presence to pull off the role of Quincy. Hopefully she gets another chance to play a character like Rebecca later down the line, but she too was miscast. The film works in themes of spousal and parental abandonment in the quest of trying to provide a better life for one's family, narcissism, fear, parental loss, good versus evil, taking control of one's life, etc. The writers really dove into these topics, and by dove, I mean an Olympic diver jumping headfirst into a stagnant pool of urine. Writing is mediocre. Renfield and Quincy constantly tell each other how amazing they are and that they are so brave and so incredible and so amazing, it goes on, as though the audience cannot deduce this themselves. And if you are wondering, well, are they amazing? No, neither of them are amazing. In the first minutes of the film, we the audience are directly told that Renfield consuming bugs gives him superhuman ability. We are then shown this multiple times Told again when Renfield tells Quincy, shown again, told again, and shown again. I do not know if the writers thought that Renfield would eventually air on CBS Kids and that the children would need to be directly told bugs give Renfield power, or that we, the audience, didn't have enough brain cells to draw this conclusion ourselves. There are two major gunfights in the film between Renfield and Quincy and the Lobos. Somehow, a traffic cop is able to outgun multiple SWAT members and gangsters. I guess everyone in this movie has crap aim. Gangsters, henchmen, police, SWAT, all just a bunch of stormtroopers. Quincy is shot in the shoulder at one point, but it has no impact on the story whatsoever. I think the director watched way too much Deadpool and tried to make a lot of brutal scenes funny. They were not. I felt nothing watching those moments. I understand Renfield having no problem with killing, as he has done it for so long, but Quincy has no problem with it either. One minute she is killing bad guys, the next she is joking with Renfield. This brings me to my final issue with the movie. Renfield is classified as a horror comedy. This movie is neither scary nor funny. I, along with the 3 other people in the theater, did not laugh at the vast majority of the jokes or find this movie scary. Renfield is a mediocre film through and through. The writers, characters, action, humor, and horror, just average. This really is sad. If Renfield was at least an awful movie, it could have a potential to enter cult status. Case in point, Dude, Where's My Car? Dude, Where's My Car is an awful film, but it is loved by so many, including me. It knows what kind of movie it is and is unapologetically itself. Renfield tries to be a horror and a comedy and a story about taking control and being brave, and does not succeed in its endeavor. I'm guessing the writer watched Shaun of the Dead and thought that they could pull off the same emotional and character arc that Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg wrote. I'm afraid Renfield will fall into the black hole of films that will never see the light of day ever again. I would definitely recommend everyone save their money and time for a better film. Thank you for watching.